Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca if you're new, and we are going to be doing my February TBR. So for the month of February, I have a total of 6 books already picked out right here. But then I also want to start tackling my physical TBR because I have a lot of books that I have not read sitting on my shelf, so that's what this is. So in here I have these cute little stars that I folded, and on each star is a book that I have not read that is sitting on my bookshelf. So since I already have like 6 books on my TBR, I think I'm only going to pick like 3 of these, and hopefully some of them will already be in my TBR pile. But let's dig in. Again, I wrote these a while ago. I have no idea what I'm picking, so they're all mixed up. Let's mix them up a little bit, and we'll go for this pink one. And this one is One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. Okay, so we have One to Watch by Kate Stayman London. This is a plus size bachelorette. We follow Bea Schumer, who is a plus size fashion blogger, and she is obsessed with the reality TV show Main Squeeze. So it's like an comparable to The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. She's sick of the lack of body diversity. Just when she's about to swear off dating, she gets a call from the Main Squeeze asking her to be its next star. So this follows her as the cameras start rolling. I picked this up. I saw it at Target and the plot interested me, so I picked it up. Like I said, wasn't one I planned to pick up this month, but I'm not completely upset. It is February, so this is a cute little contemporary romance. Not one of the books I picked for this month. Pick another one. Let's go for this red one. Oh, I don't want to read this. So this is Vampire Academy. Can you see that? Yeah, Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. Not one I wanted to read this month. Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. This is the first book in the Vampire Academy series. I have not read this series before, but I have seen the movie. It was years ago. Don't really remember what it was about, just that it's about 2 girls. One is a vampire, the other one is her guard or guardian or something, and they're best friends. And I think at the beginning of the movie they had run away but are then sent back to the school where they go, which is St. Vladimir's Academy for Vampire Royalty and their guardians to be, which is hidden in Montana. Okay. I think the reason I wasn't interested at first in this series is because I got spoiled for the ending, and when my favorite couple from the movie didn't end up together, I was like, I don't want to read it. But I have it on my shelf. It came out of the TBR jar. We will try and get to it this month. And this is not going well for me. And we'll pick a blue one. Smush, 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 smush. There we go. Let's see what we got. The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. None of these are on my TBR. Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. This is a collection of short stories that prequel The Throne of Glass, of novellas that prequel the Throne of Glass series, I believe they all prequel. Yes, a prequel to Throne of Glass. This collection of 5 novellas offers readers a deeper look into the history of this cunning assassin and her enthralling and deadly world. So this is 5 novellas. It includes The Assassin and the Pirate Lord, The Assassin and the Healer, The Assassin and the Desert, The Assassin and the Underworld, and The Assassin and the Empire. I have started this. It's kind of hard for me to get into the Throne of Glass series. I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, the first book, and I thought it was okay, but I have not continued that series. So I guess this will be the month that I dive back into the Assassin's Blade. I have started it. I just haven't finished. Nope, this bookmark's on chapter 1. But it was on my TBR, just not my immediate TBR. So my physical TBR did me dirty, and none of the books I wanted to read this month were on it. So I was going to pick more, but I think I'm going to stick with the 3 because now I have 9 books on my TBR. Okay, and now to the books that I actually wanted to pick up this month. The first one is Nevermoor, The Trials of Morgan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is a cute little middle grade that I've heard a lot of great things about. I have started it, but I didn't get very far. I think I only got like 10 pages into it. But this was definitely the month that I wanted to apply myself to picking up this series. I have the first and the third book, but I have to pick up the second one. But I started it and I loved it. I started it on ebook and I loved it. So I knew I wanted to get the physical copies and read those so I could annotate. This follows Morgan, who is I think she's 11, and apparently she's cursed. So whenever she meets somebody's eyesight, bad things happen. And I just remember hating the way her father treated her in the beginning of the book. So, and then a man comes and he whisks her off to this school of magic, and it sounds amazing. So very much look forward. And look at this cute little cat in the picture. Love that. Next we have a very hyped book that I started but just could not get into. This is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hubert. This is the gorgeous Illumicrate edition with the sprayed edges, and it is signed. So this follows Chloe Brown, who I believe suffers from a chronic illness, and she has a bucket list that she wants to complete, and her neighbor Red ends up helping her do that. And they have this cute little romance, I guess. I started this, I didn't get very far, but I figure with this cute little addition, hopefully I'll end up reading the whole thing. I don't know that there was anything I didn't like about it, and I normally really love romance books. I just wasn't into it at the time. Next, we have a new release for this year, and it was on my most anticipated, which I think I still have to post, but this is In Every Generation by Kendar Blake. This is based off Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It is one of those shows that I watched when I was younger, and just the Buffy was my hero. So definitely knew I wanted to get this, and I've been waiting on pins and needles for it to come out. So this follows, I believe it's Willow's daughter, and she becomes the Slayer after this massive attack on the Slayers. And it follows her as she realizes it's not just punny lines and 90s clothing. So cannot wait to pick this up. It sounds so good. And again, love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That might just send me back into a rewatch. Please leave my books alone. Next, we have another new release. This was recently released and is also another one of my most anticipated releases of the year. This is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sulin. This follows the daughter of Chang'e, who was banished for stealing the potion of immortality or something, and her daughter has been in seclusion because she wants to protect her from forces that would want to harm her. And when her daughter, I believe her name is Xingyin, if I'm pronouncing that wrong, I apologize massively, but Xingyin has a massive magical outburst or something, and her position is given away, and she has to travel back to the Celestial City where her mother was exiled from so she can be trained, I guess, and hide her magic. So I love the legend of Chang'e. I think it is so interesting. There's a movie on Netflix called, I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember off the top of my head, but it follows a little girl who flies to the moon to meet the moon goddess Chang'e after the loss of her mother. I love that movie. I've watched it a million times, and this just really reminds me of that. So cannot wait to pick this up. Love this cover. Very much look forward to reading this book. The next book I have is another romance, and it is another hyped romance. I've seen this book everywhere, and I just have not picked up the series. But this is The Kiss Quotient by Helen Huang. This follows Stella, who is very much a math person and a stats person, but she's not very much of a people person. So she has trouble connecting to people. She does have Asperger's, so this does have disability rep in it. I have heard that I believe the author has experience with Asperger's. Whether her child has it, I'm not sure. But this follows Stella, who hires a escort named Michael to help her learn all the things she feels she needs to learn to successfully have a relationship with another person. So this sounds amazing. I've heard that it's pretty good, or it's great. I don't remember. But I do look forward to picking it up. I have read I love the synopsis when I first heard of it and it first came out. Just never got to picking it up. So I look forward to reading this month. Another romance. And the last book I have on my TBR is one I found recently, and it just sounds really funny and definitely something that I want to read. It is another romance. This is Dial A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This is about a girl who, I believe her family, she works at her family's catering company. Okay, they're cake decorators or cake something, and she accidentally kills her blind date, and her meddlesome mother calls in the aunts to help, but unfortunately the body is shipped in a cooler with a wedding cake, and there's drama. And then I believe she has a connection with an ex of hers. Yep, her great college love and biggest heartbreak returns amid the wedding chaos. So this just sounds amazingly funny and so much fun, and just it sounds amazing. So I definitely do want to pick this up this month. And then the second book, which is Aunties in a Wedding or something, 4 Aunties in a Wedding or something. So this is another one that I definitely want to pick up. It's got romance, it's got comedy, and the sequel is coming out this year, and I cannot wait. That is my TBR for this month. It went from 6 to 9. So some of these I'm very much looking forward to. Some of them, maybe not so much. But here's my TBR pile. And let's hope I can get through all of it, because I'm not great at reading all of my TBR. But I did pretty good for the month of January. You'll see that in my wrap up. And I guess I will see you guys in my next video. Let me know what you're reading for the month of February. I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and don't forget to pick up a good book. Bye.